Multiple Bay Area transit agencies are facing fiscal cliffs that they say, if not addressed, could lead to catastrophic cuts in services.
By 2027, BART is expected to have a $385 million deficit. Caltrain, $58 million deficit. SFMTA from between $239 to $322 million.
Today, the San Francisco County Transportation Authority hosted several agencies at a special meeting to discuss possible solutions.
And ABC 7 News reporter Tim Johns sat in on that meeting, joining us live now from the newsroom with more details. Tim?
Yeah, Larry, Kristen, the various transit agencies have been warning about their budgetary issues for years now. After ridership cratered at the start of the pandemic, it still hasn't recovered as work from home has become a permanent part of our lives. But with COVID money from both the federal government and the state drying up, the agencies need a new way to pay their bills. The San Francisco County Transportation Authority hosting a first-of-its-kind meeting Tuesday morning. The gathering bringing together BART, SFMTA, and Caltrain officials to discuss the so-called fiscal cliffs that several Bay Area transit agencies are facing.
It's a regional problem, so I don't think it's going to be solved in just one meeting, although I did hear a lot of openness towards solving the problem, which is great, and it's going to require a lot of coordination throughout the region, which means we need to be working with people who are not in this room.
Since the start of the pandemic, the three agencies have faced plummeting ridership numbers that haven't yet recovered to their 2019 levels. With governmental funding coming to an end, the agencies could face a collective budget deficit as high as $700 million by 2027. A nightmare scenario, they say, that could lead to massive service cuts that would have severe impacts across the Bay Area.
The arguments are financial. They are everything to do with sustainability, so environment, congestion. And so transportation works in order to keep basically the engine running.
To address the problem, the agencies and some lawmakers have proposed placing a taxpayer funding measure on the November 2026 ballot.
We can't afford right now to take any options off the table. We really need to follow any kind of path that might lead to some relief.
But would Bay Area voters actually pass such a measure? On the streets of San Francisco, some told us they would support it and cited public transit's importance in our car-centric region.
They can't really see the impact that a greater integrated public transit system would have on the community as a whole.
Others, though, were more skeptical.
I don't know one person that has taken BART that says this is fantastic.
Daniel Mock says while he thinks public transportation is important, he'd be hesitant to vote yes unless some of the money also went to improving the services provided.
It's hard to justify spending more money for a transit system that is not really that great.
And that sentiment is something both policymakers and the transit agencies themselves are really well aware of. Now, during today's meeting, several people acknowledged that even if a funding measure made it onto the ballot, it would not be an easy thing to get passed. I'm live in the newsroom. Tim Johns, ABC 7 News.